Study out tonight looked at the safety of the commonly used anti-inflammatory drug Celebrex. Dr. Jon LaPook is here to tell us about it. John?
You know, Celebrex is an anti-inflammatory drug, as you said, and it's used to treat conditions like arthritis. It works by a similar mechanism to another drug called Vioxx, but Vioxx was pulled off the market in 2004 because it caused heart attacks and strokes. So a big study was done. We're talking about 24,000 people over 10 years to compare Celebrex to two other very common anti-inflammatories, ibuprofen and naproxen. And I spoke to Dr. Steve Nissen, who headed up the study for the Cleveland Clinic, about the results of that study.
When you and your colleagues unsealed these results, what was your reaction?
I must tell you, I was stunned by the results. Celebrex was not worse than the older drugs that had been around and taken by so many Americans, both in the over-the-counter form, or in this case, in the very high prescription doses that we use for arthritis in this trial.
So this was a higher dose than people take, say, for headache?
Yes, this is quite a bit higher. It was 2 to 3 times as much. It really does take a drug that was under a cloud of suspicion after Vioxx was withdrawn, and it lifts that cloud, and it lets us now think about this in different ways.
So, John, could this change the way arthritis patients are treated?
It very well could, Elaine, because, you know, the idea was people were kind of afraid of using Celebrex because of the possibility that it worked in the same way that Vioxx did to cause an increase in heart problems. Now that it turns out that it doesn't cause any more problems than ibuprofen or naproxen, people may start to use it more. And also, it was safer from a gastrointestinal point of view. It didn't cause as much ulceration and bleeding as ibuprofen or naproxen did.
All right, Dr. Jon LaPook, thank you so much.